This is the new Motion CL900. We're announcing it tomorrow. It is a 10.1-inch wide system. It's running the Intel O-Trail processor. It's running Windows 7. I'll give you a quick hardware tour. On the bottom, you've got the docking connector. Over here on the side, you've got the power, and you've got the ports. Behind these ports, you've got USB, you've got a combined audio out and mic in, you've got a mini HDMI, an SD card slot. What else do you got? Oh, the SIM card. Now these are all behind a rubberized flap because like all of the Motion products, it is tested to mil standard 810G, so it's designed to survive the drops and bumps out there. It's also IP52 rated. If we go over to this side of the system, you've got the pin is behind a pin barn now. This is a system that is designed to be both touch and pin. It is an HD display, so I'll bring up a video and you can see it's a real high quality display. A lot of our business customers now are using video both for training, for repair. You know, if they're out in the field, they need to repair a piece of equipment, or in some cases as a kiosk to be used in sort of assisted selling.
Is this a capacitive or a resistive touch screen?
It's a capacitive multi-touch. I think it's a 4-finger touch display.
And it supports, is that a capacitive stylus or an active digitizer?
It's an active digitizer.
Oh, wow. And there's a webcam on top?
There's a webcam at the front. There's also a documentation, a 3-megapixel documentation camera at the back. Again, a lot of our customers use the documentation camera. Maybe it's an insurance adjuster. They need to take a picture of a system that's been damaged in an accident, and then they'll use that system to, they'll use that picture in a document to annotate it. What we're really, we like the way that stylus and finger work together, so you can get, I'm bringing up Amazon here, you can use your finger to get to the application. It's really good for navigation. But then if maybe you're using an application like Bluebeam is a PDF annotator. I'll see if I can launch it here. Okay, so this is an application that you might go in to a document. You might use your finger to pan around in the document, but a finger isn't real good for, well, it's good for moving around in the document. It's not necessarily good for marking up the document. So that's where you may want to go back to the pen. You can use it to make real detailed annotations, mark up, highlight, erase. If it needed to be signed in the field, you could also use this for signature capture. So right now, at the state of the industry right now, we think a good choice is touch for navigation and stylus for input or for verification.
And you mentioned it supported a SIM card, so it's 3G connectivity.
Yeah, we're using the Gobi 3000 chip, which also has GPS capability in it, so that when you install the Gobi, you're able to use not only the satellites but also the cell towers for turn-by-turn navigation, that kind of stuff.
And it's a full Windows 7 slate?
It is a full Windows 7 slate.
What's the battery life on this?
We think it's right around 8 hours. Over on this side, there's a battery indicator, so that if you're using a dedicated application where you're staying in one screen all the time, maybe a POS application, something like that, you're not really seeing the Windows screen. By pushing this button, that allows you to see how much power you have left. Now, one of the other things that we do a lot of work on is the work to charge ratio. So if it's an 8-hour work, you'll probably be able to charge in 2 hours. So you're able to keep going with really sort of occasional charging. Now, if we go over here to the dock, another thing that's really unique about it, if you look at this dock, it's not a vertical dock like we typically use on a lot of our systems. It's a countertop dock. Because again, the way that we think about this, this may be being used as a point of sale terminal, and you may want to be able to use the dock even when you're down on a countertop. You may be using this, again, with maybe something like Bluebeam to drive a larger monitor, and you may want to use this as a control panel, or you may be using it as point of sale large buttons. go ahead and complete a transaction. So you can just bring up the tip tool and do a signature capture, stuff like that if you needed to.
But as you start doing like in input inside of you start to get to a point where you
Whoops.
have the opportunity. So if you do, you can do that with, I don't know if this is the right one. See, I'm so bad.
Oh, so you can see it's not reading it that well. Make interesting.
Well, thank you.
Sure. Thanks. Take care.
Oh, that's